Welcome to Kash and Dash Unscripted with Owen Dashner
and Ted Kaasch. Ted, have you do you eat sunflower seeds?
No.
Never?
The whole system of having a whole bunch in your mouth and popping them, no.
Well, you can do them one at a time if you're weak.
Yeah, I don't have the talent.
Okay, I have a story for you. Okay, I don't think I've told this before, but stop me if you've heard this. Actually, I'll just tell it again. So I love sunflower seeds, right? And
typical
baseball player, yeah. So I'd eat them all the time, and
I was a big league chew type of guy when I played.
Oh, that was solid. Yeah, that was solid. And the like OG Gatorade where you could buy like the mix. My mom always made them. It was gross. But anyway, so sunflower seeds. So I've been partaking in quite a bit of sunflower seed activity here lately because, you know, softball and all that. So we're going to games and I'm just pounding these things. And they're coming out with like taco flavored, which sound gross, but they're actually really good. All these different flavors. Anyway, so I was telling my my daughter and a couple of her teammates the other night after one of the games or between the games. So there's a couple things. One is, you ever get a bad sunflower seed? I know you don't eat them, but if you get one that tastes bad, do you know why that is?
Over roasted?
No. There's worms that get in the bottom of them. And so what you do is you get a small handful and you just kind of flip them over, you flip them around a little bit and make sure there's no little tiny hole in it in the bottom part. And that's why they taste gross. And if you crack one of those and you look at it, you can see where they've chewed away some of the things. So that's pro tip number one. But the funny part is, I just
got totally grossed out by that.
When I remember I was on a Southern trip, I think it was my sophomore year of college, and I was a pitcher, and I think I had pitched the day before or something, so I was going to be in the bullpen. Like, it's boring, right? I think we had a triple header that day, so it's like 9 hours of baseball plus all the time in between and everything. It's just a long ass day.
Why do they do that to you guys?
Well, I don't know. We played. I think our Southern trip was. I think it was 7 days, and I think we had 16 games in 7 days. It's just a lot.
That's the thing I don't understand about baseball. I don't know why they burned out
so many games.
Yeah.
It
seems worthless.
I don't know. Because I mean, they increased the games. There's 162 games in the regular season, plus playoffs, plus World Series, all that, right? So it's a lot. Anyway, so sunflower seeds. So we're sitting down in the bullpen, and I think I've mentioned this before, but our coach in college was a hothead. Like, did not like lollygagging. Like, you had to sprint to your position, and like you had to be on your shit all the time, right? With him, and he did not like losing. So we're getting just destroyed by this Oklahoma team. They were like number 1 or 2 in the country for our class, and we're just getting curb stomped by these people. So I'm in the bullpen. I'm with my old college roommate at the time, John, and then another guy from Chicago that I hung out with quite a bit, Tony. And then we're sitting down there just jacking around, because it's boring. And I started taking sunflower seeds, and if you kind of pinch them a little bit, like you almost have to bite it sideways, and you pinch it, you can stick it on your face. Like, so picture this. I had a goatee, I think, at the time. So I made an entire goatee out of sunflower seeds, and then I put them on my eyebrows too. Right, you have to understand what this actually looks like.
Yeah,
so
I'm visioning right now.
Picture this. So I have them everywhere, all over my face. So in between innings, I think we were hitting. So our coach was third base coach, but all the guys are in the dugout, right? Because we're up to bat. So I walk down there. So I'm looking at the field. The dugout's behind me. I'm walking along, and like I said, our coach is not happy at this time. We've made some errors. We're getting killed, all this stuff. I am looking at the field, and then all of a sudden, when I'm right in front of the dugout, I turn around. I go, "Hey guys, anybody seen my glove?" And they all look at me, and they just start dying laughing. And my coach just went ballistic at them. I think we had to run extra and do like what they call hoovers, which is a terrible punishment, basically. Anyway, so that's my sunflower story for you. But it just made me think of that because I told my daughter's teammates about that, and they were just dying laughing.
It's the only thing I can find with sunflower seeds. So somebody did it on their head.
Okay, yeah, no. Okay. I apparently made this up.
Okay.
So anyway,
you're an OG when it comes.
I'm an OG. Boredom is the godfather of invention.
Maybe that will be the thing that gets you all the hits on your social media.
I just come in and do that?
Do another one of those.
Okay. Hey, speaking of gray hairs, you have one on your shoulder right there. We had a whole conversation about gray hairs before this.
Probably a pet hair.
Okay, so we had quite the week this week.
Man, after we get done doing a mastery event, I'm just like burnt out.
Yeah, it's like,
I haven't gone to the gym in 2 days because I just want to get as much sleep as I possibly get. And when Colin's like, "Hey, I want to do the podcast a little later today,"
Yeah,
I'm like, "Great, I'm going to sleep till like 10 o'clock."
You're lucky.
Because one day I was setting up till 5 in the morning, or I'm not getting to bed till 5 in the morning.
Yeah,
and then we had that at 9 a.m. we had to walk through with the units.
Yeah. So we had Fernando Angelucci in town for self-storage REIA Mastery event that we put on, and man, he killed it. We knew he would, but it was basically 7 straight hours of him just dropping bombs on all things self-storage. The day before, Ted and I lined up a tour of 3 different self-storage properties. 2 of them were listed on the market, so we got to hear basically Fernando's take on why you should, why you shouldn't buy it, how much he thought it was worth, things to look out for, all the stuff, right? It was just phenomenal. But I have kind of a side story on this, and I think I might have mentioned this to you, but I'm at the first location we were at, and we had probably, I don't know, we have 15 or 20 people there probably that showed up.
Yeah, I mean, at least 15.
Yeah. So I get a phone call, number I don't recognize, but a name pops up, and I recognize the last name. And I bought a duplex about 10 years ago in 2016, and I got it on seller financing on the whole note. I put down 10 grand. I think I got it off a line of credit. So it was like 100% finance deal. It's in Westgate, which is in West Side School District, your hood.
Yep.
So good area, side by side, built for purpose duplex. Bought it for 120 grand.
One of those red brick ones.
It's not brick.
Yeah.
It's frame or whatever. So I buy it, and I got a 3% note. 20-year AM. My payment was $610 a month, and it rents for about, I think, $1,400 a side now. So great cash flow.
Yeah.
I was just paying. I would either pay once a year. I just pay ahead for the whole year on interest, or I do it every 6 months. So I had a note in my calendar, or in my calendar reminder, send 6 months worth. July 1st. I was like, send in the 6 months, whatever. My phone rings. I recognize the last name, so I answer it, and it's I bought it from a brother and sister whose their dad had died. They inherited the portfolio properties, and they were just selling them off. And I got the last one, which was the duplex. So I had been dealing with the guy, the brother, and it was the sister that called me, and she's like, "Hey, this is Debbie. I just wanted to make sure that you had our new address to mail the final payment." And I'm like, what? And did I tell you this? Okay. So she's like, yeah, I wanted to make sure you had our address so you could send the final check on the mortgage, that we held for you.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm sorry. I'm not in front of my computer. I go, I didn't realize that was, I go, when is the balloon date? And she goes, June 1st, which, it's June, whatever, 25th when I'm having this conversation. And I'm like, I didn't know what to say. And I was like, I am really sorry. I go, honestly, I don't have the note in front of me, but I had thought it was like later. I didn't know.
Yeah. Yeah. And
so I'm like, I feel like an idiot. And I'm like, let me do this. I'm at a property tour right now. I'll get this figured out for you. Just let me get back to you. So I call her back, and she's like, I go, I don't suppose you'd be willing to extend that note, would you? It's 3% interest. Yeah. And she's like, no, because they're like in their 70s.
Yeah. And
so they just want paid off and done. And anyway, so I'm scrambling during the conference. I'm texting Marty McGuire, our insurance sponsor of the event. And I'm like, Marty, hey. Actually, before that, I start texting my banker that I just started working with. I'm like, hey, I have a note that just ballooned and I didn't realize it. And I go, I need a refi on this. And I said, I owe like $63,000 on this. And he goes, okay, no problem. And he's like, I just need a title search, and then I need an insurance binder, and we can get this done in probably a week, as long as title comes back and all that. And I'm like, oh, sweet. So he texts me a little bit later in the conference, and he goes, you probably know this already, but the property's in a flood zone, so we'll need a flood insurance policy. And I go, I did not know that, because it was a seller. Most banks will require you to get flood insurance, but this is a private seller holding the note, so they didn't make me do it, and I didn't check.
Yeah.
So I'm now texting Marty. I'm like, dude, can you pull me a flood quote on this? And he's like, yeah, no problem. And so he gets me a flood quote in 20 minutes. And it's like $463 a year. So nothing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, sweet. I'm like, okay, go ahead and bind it. and I'll get this figured out. So I get that. He got it all done while we were at the conference, and he's, we're all listening and everything else. So I wanted to give a shout out to Marty on that. So I got the flood cert and then the refi that is going to be done. And what I did on this, actually, I said, hey, and he goes, my banker's like, hey, do you want to like put this on like a 10-year AM or something? It's such a low amount. You could probably just pound away on the principal and get it paid off. The cash flow is like 2.75 DSCR. And I'm like, yeah. I go, well, actually, could I get like a line of credit to go along with that? And he's like, yeah, no problem. He's like, how much do you want? And I was like, I don't know, like $100,000. Or 80, I can't remember what I said, 80 or 80, 90, 100 grand, something like that. And he's like, yeah, it'll cover it. No problem. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get basically a mortgage on the 63. And then I've got another, 100-ish that I can use for whatever. And so I was like, holy crap. But I was not expecting that at all.
Yeah.
And it just made me realize that I really need to get my stuff together, basically create a spreadsheet on all the properties, what the mortgage is. And I think you have this, don't you? Or you did.
Yeah, I did at one point.
Yeah. But who the mortgage is, where it's at, loan number, when the balloon is, what the interest rate is, all that stuff. Because I don't have that. I have it on some, but not all.
It's
ridiculous.
Just create an AI drop.
You're right.
And just drop all those spreadsheets into it and have it create it for you.
Yeah, I need to do that.
Because I needed a spreadsheet. What was it? I'm reaching out to all the REIAs because we have a new website that's about to drop for Omaha REIA.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, hey, research all the REIAs that have paid memberships, use National REIA, da. And then within a couple minutes, it researched every single REIA, all their contact information, their emails, their phone numbers, addresses. And then it created a spreadsheet for me and then created how many members they have, how long they've been established. And it was like a couple minutes. I'm like,
that would have taken you hours.
Days. And I mean, like, holy moly. And it was a beautiful spreadsheet. And my wife's like, oh my God, that's gorgeous.
Sexy spreadsheets. But anyway, I just wanted to highlight that at like, what a ridiculous, like, I didn't know it was ballooning. And she's calling me wanting, $63,000, like pretty much on the spot. Like, hey, did you mail that? Did you not? I was like, hey, I'll make this right. We'll get this wrapped up next week. No problem. She's like, okay, no big deal. So it's not like I've ever been late. I'm paying ahead the whole time. So
how long was your loan with them?
10 years.
10 years.
Yeah, it was a 10-year balloon on a 20-year AM. I mean, it's one of the better deals I've ever bought from a small multifamily rental property. Yeah. I mean, 3% mortgage, 10 grand that I didn't even have to come out of pocket for, and they hold the note. I mean, it's great. And I'm kind of sad now that it's done. I don't have that story to tell anymore.
You got a few more of those?
I have a few that are seller finance, but shorter balloons. So I got to keep an eye on those before I get that awkward call again.
Because if they wanted to be a real D to you, they could have, with it being late in seller financing, could they have pulled the rug from you?
Oh, I mean, if they were like wanted to go DEFCON 1, they could have filed a foreclosure, but I would have had weeks. So it doesn't, and it's not like I'm not going to, you know what I mean? I would have just paid it. But I was like, I don't want to put all my cash into that because I got a lot of stuff coming up that requires cash.
Well, the reason I bring that is because there's some buy here, pay your cash guys that used to do that with houses, and then you're like 24 hours late, and then they padlock the door, and then you're out, and then they hold your cash.
Oh, like land contract type situation?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, you still got to file all the whatever. But anyway, yeah. So that was a little surprising for me. What else is going on this week with you?
I'm just so glad that mastery event's done. The content was good though.
Yeah.
It wrapped it up. And I had a whole bunch of people come up to me like, hey, the content was amazing. I just wish there was more people there to enjoy it. But I'm looking into some sites to actually put that content out there and let people buy into it if they want to watch.
Okay. Yeah.
7 hours of footage.
It was great though. I mean, if you have any interest at all in self-storage, reach out to Ted and
you were going crazy over the seller financing section of that.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, the basically transferring you get a seller finance note on one property and then writing a provision in the purchase agreement to be able to transport that debt over to another property, and then you won't have to get as much from the bank when you're taking it down. Then it eventually becomes like infinite banking. Anyway, crazy details that he provided on that, and just I learned so much that day.
Yeah, it was good. And then we announced the next mastery event, and it's going to be on legal wholesaling.
Yeah, that's right. Paul Vacheski is going to be the subject matter expert and guide us through the complex world of the ever-changing world of regulations around legal wholesaling. So that's coming up September 16th.
Right around there.
Stay tuned. We'll let you know about it. But for those of you listeners out there that are interested or are active wholesalers and you're worried about navigating the complex legal world with regard to that, this will be very, very helpful for you.
Yeah, and so that event, it'll be really affordable, and by the time it's airs, you can go to REIA to get all the details on that.
That's right.
We went to our old faithful. I call him the Theo Vaughn of our podcast, but we had Colin Schwartz come in, and then Megan heard about Colin coming in. She's like, "Can I jump on this podcast?" I'm like, "Girl, you're always welcome on the podcast."
Yeah, we had our stalwarts from past episodes on. Colin Schwartz, local favorite here, Megan Ahern, the Tatty Investor, both on in the studio. We went really deep on multiple topics, including AI, how it relates to business, how we approach, as business owners, navigating FOMO and ADHD and burnout, and, trying to raise a family right, and, give good examples to your kids, and all the great stuff that they're known for. So that was a really fun episode. That'll be coming up here on a Wednesday here in a couple of weeks.
It's been a long time since I've listened to somebody on the podcast and just literally sat there and wrote notes.
You had pages of notes.
Yeah, I'm like, I know, and it was like things I need to do. It was like, oh, Ted do this, Ted do this, Ted do this. I mean, if you're listening to that podcast, which is coming out Wednesday, you just need to literally just pull out your notebook.
Yep.
And write every detail down, because you're getting a ton. And for me, it was like going to a conference where I'm like paying to go to a conference, and I'm like, yep, this is great content, and I'm just sitting there writing my book. And it was, to me, those are the best ones to go to.
It was a cornucopia of golden nuggets.
Cornucopia.
It was.
I might use that as the word of the day in my next Toastmasters
I love it.
event.
You should. Hey, I was going to ask you, man, you haven't gone to any conferences this year other than the local ones, right?
Yeah, I haven't done. I mean, besides the ones we put on.
Yeah,
I haven't been to anything.
I haven't either. Do you have any upcoming that you're planning on going to?
I am almost dead positive I'm going to be at BiggerPockets this
Good.
year.
Okay, I'm gonna try and make it too. That's the beginning of October in Orlando. Again, Orlando Redux,
and they change the dates on this one. It's like a Friday to Sunday or something.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. Usually it's Sunday through Tuesday or something like that. But yeah, BP Con, for those of you, out there, we'd love to hook up with you guys. So we're trying to get a group of Kash and Dash listeners and fans to collab with while we're there.
October 2nd through October 4th, which is a Thursday through Saturday.
Okay, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Orlando, that's coming up. I am feeling a little bit of FOMO with conferences. I've had people come back and talk about them, and they learned a lot. And this has been one of the years where I haven't gone to any.
BPCon is always the one I think I get the most out of.
Well, I think it's different things for different people too. So if you go to that with a goal in mind of, learning content, or a particular niche that you're in, there's certainly that, and breakout sessions are good for those, but it's also a case where the networking is unbelievable there.
Yeah,
and just the sharing the experiences and the knowledge and making connections. That's what I love most.
Yeah, I missed last year, so that means I missed getting all the people on the podcast that we normally get.
I know, yeah, that's always fun. It's like welcome home, Cotter.
The keynote speaker lineup doesn't look too amazing for this one. I really wanted to see Chris Voss last year, and I was so bummed about that. I know you saw him.
Yep.
But I don't know Morgan Housel. I know Dave Meyer is, but Chad Carson are their three keynotes.
Okay.
Chad Carson, author and
he's out of Denver. Yep.
30 rental properties.
Small but mighty investor.
Morgan Housel wrote The Psychology of Money.
Okay. Interesting.
So,
all right. Well, that's coming up in October. For those of you who might go to that, hit us up on air at cashanddash.com. Let us know.
Dave Meyer, we were supposed to get him on, and we've chatted with him quite a few times.
Yeah. He's one of the few BP folks that we haven't had on as a guest.
Yeah.
So we'll get on that.
Him and Mindy.
Yep. Mindy Jensen. She is way overdue on that. I'll have to badger her about it.
Yes.
All right.
And if you have any other suggestions of people we need to get on, just go and message us at our email.
Yeah, on air at cashanddash.com. Also, we keep asking for this, but send us some emails. We'd love to read them on the air, talk about whatever questions or funny stories you might have or anything like that.
Yeah. We set the email, but we haven't gotten one yet.
That's right.
Well, guys, we appreciate you listening. Please leave us a 5-star review and subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Kash and Dash Show, or The Kash and Dash Show Clips, to get our AI generated clips. Which I know Alex says that's the thing, and that's what everybody's doing. So we're going to have to check it out and give us our feedback.
Okay.
With that, Owen Dashner, see us out.
On behalf of Aiden Bear and Ted Kaasch, I'm Owen Dashner. You've been listening to The Kash and Dash Show.